Hi Yogi, I'm Veronica with Pavasana Yoga, and we have a short and sweet but definitely sizzling peach yoga flow. Um, we had recently done a class like this on Zoom, and it came about because so many people were talking to me about having yoga butt and also not knowing how to engage their glutes enough during their practice. So came up with this flow. If you enjoy the flow, then make sure you follow me on Instagram or sign up for my classes on Zoom. You can find me under Pavasana Yoga, and I'd be happy to send you like Zoom links and we can talk about that more. But why work on the peach? Well, I mean, obviously for the yoga asana part, but also to counteract the sitting disease. We are in a point in our lives right now where we sit down to work for so long, whether we're on the computer doing paperwork, on our phone, whatever it is, we're kind of like always in this position hunched over. And there's a lot of disengagement, not only in the glutes, the low core leads to low back pain and so forth. Now, the glutes are so important because your glutes support your hips and that gives your hips stability. Hip stability then has to come down to the knees, it comes down to the ankles, but hip stability also has a lot to do with your back and a lot to do with your posture. So besides just having that nice little yoga butt, the good kind, not the bad kind, and the posture, it's just really good overall for your health. So let's go ahead and get started. Get into a comfortable seated position somewhere on your mat. So if you have tight hips, you can place some blocks underneath your knees, or you can even put the block underneath your sit bones so that you can have more space in the hip flexors. Relax hands on either sides of the knees and just begin taking a few calming breaths. And that can be as long, as little as you'd like, breathing in through the nose or the mouth, whatever feels good. Just start connecting with your breath. If it feels nice to close your eyes, you can go ahead and do so as well. I always like to begin my practice, even if it's a short and sweet practice, the breath work, to connect with my body and to also start noticing how I feel in the moment. That really dictates where I plan to take my practice, how much effort, whether I should be more gentle with myself. It's also just a nice way to connect with how you're feeling about yourself, your day, your thoughts. It's just that point where you touch base, just like you would with someone else, and you're trying to catch up. This is your catch-up time with yourself. You'll start to notice that maybe after a few breaths, the rate of your breath begins to just slower down. Maybe even your heart rate, all of a sudden, finding a different rhythm, beating a little softer. As you continue breathing, switch your exhale so that you breathe out through your nose in case you're not doing so already. Inhaling through the nose, lips pressed close together. And the same, exhaling out through the nose. Breathing into the space in the chest, upper back. Slowly releasing, letting go of any tension in the muscles. Inhale as you breathe into the space in the ribs, the low belly. Slowly exhale as you release the muscles. Taking in another deep breath, reaching that breath all the way down to your tailbone, up towards the crown of your head. Slowly, Just releasing, allowing that breath to find its way out very slowly and softly. Bringing your hands close together, heart center, so you bow your head down. And take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Slowly begin to blink open the eyes. Take your hands back behind you. Bringing your feet ahead of you, about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider, knees lifted, belly in, and slowly begin to walk yourself back, coming to laying flat on your spine, making sure that there are no pockets. Drawing the belly in towards the ground and turning the hips slightly upward so that your hips, your low back, upper back, neck, head, shoulders are all completely down on the ground. Feet about hip width apart, knees directly up. As you inhale, reach in through the fingertips up towards the sky and all the way back. And as you exhale, hands coming back forward, palms facing down. This time, as you inhale, press into the feet, stretching the knees forward, lift up through the hips, arms reaching back. Exhale, lowering everything back down. One more big breath like that. This time, on your backs of the heels, inhale, press it all the way up, using your glutes to really help you grow a little higher. As you exhale, slowly coming down. Inhale, press it all up. This time, imagining that you have something in between your thighs, your knees that you're squeezing in tight. Keep pressing up through the back heels, keeping your core strong to protect that low back. Facing up, keep breathing for 5, 4, really get those heels into the ground. 3, belly in. 2, and big exhale, slow release down. Keeping the feet hip width apart, windshield wiper the knees left and right. If you find any side of the hip in the IT band that's extra tight, you can hang out there for just an extra breath. And keep swiveling left and right. Good, inhaling the legs back to center here. Keep reaching the left foot into the ground, reaching the right, pointing away, and then flexing into that ankle. Drawing the belly in, spine long on the ground. Hands on either side of the body as you inhale. Reach at the hips, keeping that foot flexed. Exhale and lower. For 3, inhale. And release. For 2, last one, inhale. And release down, bend the right knee. Let it set onto the ground. Straightening through that left leg, point the toes, flex them just a few times. Keeping both knees almost parallel to each other. And then with that left foot flex, inhale, rise for 3. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale, lower, set the left leg down. Bring the knees into your body, holding them in tight, and just massage the spine left and right, left and right. Getting into the hips, coming in for an early happy baby. Feet parallel, knees reaching towards your armpits, or even closer down to the earth. Good. Bring those knees back in, and lift yourself up, coming through tabletop pose. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees just underneath the hips. You can keep your toes curled or your feet straight back behind you, whatever feels better on the tops of the knees. Keep encouraging all that strength in your core, belly button always drawing towards the spine. And bringing a little more attention into, of course, our peach. As you inhale, bring the crown of the head to reach up, opening through the chest. Exhale, lower the head down, lift the spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, roll yourself forward. Exhale, lower the tailbone down, push the ground away. One last time, big breath in through the nose. Hips reach back, chest comes forward. And exhale, belly lifts. All the engagement pushing through the legs, the hands. Inhale back through center, curl the toes, slowly lift the hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Begin to walk out this down dog, bending one knee and the other. Keeping focus in the belly button again. Good. As you inhale, reach up the right leg towards the sky and try to set that left heel down. Point the right toes really high and up. As you do that, start squeezing the right inner thigh and the left inner thigh closer together, kind of like you're scissoring them in. So instead of like a loose right top leg, you're gonna squeeze all of that energy in, feeling it in your glutes for 5. Squeeze, 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 but don't hold your breath. 3, 2, 1. Slowly set that right leg down. Woo, right leg held up. Setting the right heel down and then left leg up. Point the left toes high and up. Again, you don't want that left leg feeling like it's loose. You want to draw all that energy into the center. Squeeze the 2 thighs, inner thighs in. Point the left toes for 5, 4, belly in tight. 3, pushing the shoulders away. 2, and 1. Slowly set the left leg down and then walk it out. Good. Coming back to that right leg, reaching all the way up. Bend through the knee, keeping the heel flexed. Take a deep breath here. On the exhale, bring the knee into the nose, keeping that down dog position. And then push it back and up as if you're pushing away the wall behind you. Good. Exhale on the way in as you crunch. Inhale as you push out. 3 more to go. 2 more. Exhale on the way in. Inhale on the way up. 1 more. Come back to center. And then slowly push that wall back and away from you. Keeping the knee bent, bring the right knee out to the right. Now that left hip wants to sink down and the right hip wants to pop up. Try to keep them square. We're just going to pulse the right knee in and out for 5. Using that strong left leg. Engaging through that top right heel. 2 more to go. 1 more to go. And then leave that leg with the knee out. And now point the right toes and kick outside of you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right knee back and in. Reach the hip. Open it out. Oh, yes. So much good release here. Keep reaching the heel into the right glute. Lifting up through the top knee. And then slowly exhale. Release the right knee down. Extend the left leg back behind you onto the left toes. Make sure that you are on the hands. The hands can be just underneath the shoulders, maybe a little bit ahead. You feel like you have some weakness in the top of your shoulders. Core is in and strong. We're going to lift up off that left foot, pointing the left toes away from you. Taking your gaze forward here. As you inhale, you are going to stretch forward. Exhale, lower down into the chin, and then inhale, pulse up through that left leg. Coming back through center. You can always rest the left foot down when you come back up, or you can keep it lifted for more glute work. Wherever you are, we're taking 5 of these. And coming back through center, point the toes, slowly, lower, kick it up, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, kick it up, inhale, lift. 3 more to go, you got this. Whew. 2 more to go. This is so good for the chest as well. Heart opening here. Nice prep pose for those chin stands. Last one. And come back through center. Good. Let the left toes rest down. Bring the right foot back behind you. And then reach it up. Open through the chest. Keep working through the core. Keep the right and the left glute engaged. Reaching those hips forward. Oh, yes. Love these little stretches here in between all the hard work. Now, you can stay here or you can challenge yourself into a different version of Ardha Chandrasana on the knee down. Might be a little easier because you have that right foot back behind you, but a little tougher because the left hip and glute is on fire. Left inner thigh flexing through the left toes for 3, for 2, 1. Take your gaze onto the right hand. Inhale, reach it up. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Keep working that belly in. Pushing down through that left heel and through the right knee. Use the core, use the glutes. Hips pushing forward. Good. Exhale. Bring it back through center. Turn yourself back and over. Kick that right leg up towards the sky and slowly set it down. Knees come to the ground. Split them apart from each other. Toes touch. Hands back behind you. For a baby count. Inhale for 5. Open through the chest. Soften through the glutes. Strong legs. 3. Your head just drops back. It's a good. 1 more big breath. Exhale. Lower down. Downward facing dog. Walk out this down dog before we take the other side. All right, guys. Let's move into that left. So we're going to start turning on our left leg. Flexing through the toes. Point the toes high enough. And then bring the knee in. Where you're going to start pushing that heel back and up. As if you're holding something between your heel and your glute on the left side. 4 more to go. Use those inner thighs too, like you're still trying to hold something in between. 2. Good. Really squeeze it in. Last one. Hold it up here. Allow that left knee to open to the side. Again, don't let that knee hike up with the hip. And then we're going to pulse it. 5, 4. Keep squeezing that heel into the glute. 3, 2, and 1. Keeping that foot reaching out. Point the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee in. Open the hip out to the side. Try to square the left shoulder down. Heel closer to the glute. I know that right leg is on fire. I feel it too. Big breath in. Slow exhale out. Knee comes to center. Drop it down. Right leg back behind you. Hands underneath the shoulder, maybe just a little bit ahead. Belly reaching in. Coming into those little push-ups with the pulse up with the right leg. Inhale here. Exhale. Elbows into the chest. Pick up through the right foot. Press it all the way back up. For 4. Good. For 3. Make sure that core is engaged. For 2. Use those glutes as you power up. And 1 more. Good. Coming back to center. This time, left foot is going to come inward. Drop the right heel down, pressing through that left hand, reaching through the right arm. Strong glutes, strong core, hip, reaching forward. You can take your gaze down or up towards the sky. Feels so good. Start lowering down that top hand, maybe reaching up through the hip. You can always bring the foot back down. Flexing through that right foot if you want to keep it up. Or maybe keep playing with that right arm, being up towards the sky. Or a variation of your Ardha Chandrasana. 3, 2, 1. Gaze down towards the left hand. Inhale, lots of core, keeping yourself here. Right foot reaching down, toes reaching forward. Right hand down, left arm up, and take a little side stretch. Make sure that your hips are pressing forward and your core is engaged. I know you can't see the front. My core is engaged, I promise. Good deep breath here. Slow exhale. Windmill the hands down. Bring the left leg back and in. Come curl onto the right toes. Kick that left leg back and up. 3-legged down dog. Lower them down. Walk out got this. Down dog, hips reaching up, belly reaching in. Shoulders pushing away from the body. On the next inhale, looking forward in between both hands, reach the right leg up. Exhale it forward, staying high on that left heel. Inhale, coming for that lunging warrior. Make sure that your hips are squared, left hip reaching forward, right hip reaching back, bending deep into that right knee. Bringing your hands to heart center as you bend forward into the right knee and maybe coming through that warrior three. You can stay here, playing with that warrior three, or if you want a little bit more glute work, bend through the right knee and pulse down. 5, 4, maybe bigger pulses. 3, 2, 1. Slowly set that left leg back. Inhale up through the arms. Exhale, lower down. Vinyasa. Switching sides. Left leg reaches all the way up. Exhale it forward, staying high on that right heel. Again, square those hips. You want the right hip forward, left hip back. Bend deep into that left knee. Hands at heart center. Maybe start reaching that weight forward into that left leg. Coming up through that left half moon. Not half moon, sorry. Warrior three. You can stay here or pulse. 5, 4. Ooh. Use that peach. 3, 2. Gonna lift it. 1. Send it back. Inhale. Exhale. And lower. Inhale as you rise. Exhale. Down facing dog. Slowly bring the knees down. Relax the toes back behind you, taking a little puppy pose. Allow the chest to come down, maybe the forehead or the chin. Just resting here. 3 more big breaths. I know it feels like it's harder to breathe when your chest is opening. Sounds like it's completely opposite. But think of it being so stretched out that it's hard to fit in the breath. Try to find the effort. Try to find the ease. Slowly walk the hands back. Hero's pose. Allow yourself to sit on one side and extend the legs forward. Lowering yourself down with a strong core. Woo, so good. Reach the legs up towards the sky. Bend the left knee first and then hook the right one up and over. So it seems like you're sitting down cross-legged on the chair. With your hands, you're gonna go and reach for your shins. Maybe a little lower down towards the ankles, or maybe you can reach down for the tops of your feet. In that case, whichever you choose, whichever you can reach for, you're gonna reach the heels closer down towards the sides of the hips, trying to get your knees in one line. You're gonna pull down on your legs through your feet, like handlebars, opening the sides of the hips. Ooh. And you're flat on the ground. Hips are reaching down. Your spine is flat. Head, neck, shoulders. It always feels like I'm singing that song when I say that. Good. Letting go of the legs, but leaving the legs in place. Allow the legs to fall over to your left side. Left hand can stay there. Right hand reaches away from you, taking your gaze to the far right. Big breaths here. Good. Inhale, legs back into center. Tight little squeeze and release. Bending this time through the right knee first, left, up and over the right, and going for that same position. And be mindful, maybe you can reach your feet on one of the sides, but the other one not so much. That really has a lot to do with how open your knees are, your hips, even the way it feels on your low back. There's so much going on with the hips. Again, try to reach the feet closer towards your hips. Spine is long. Breathe into that space, that sensation you feel in the sides of your glutes. Releasing through the feet, but keep the knees bent and allow them to fall over this time to the right side. If that's ever too much, you can extend the legs to right hand over the legs, left arm up and away from you. Maybe the hand just a little bit higher above the shoulder so that it can rest and stay grounded. Good. Inhale. Back through center. Slowly release the legs. Give them a good shake. Allow that blood flow to just make all of its way down. Also, it's so nice to reset your circulatory system this way. A little inversion. Slowly set the feet down. Rest your arms. Extend your feet. Close your eyes, coming into your Shavasana. Fill yourself with breath as you expand through the chest, your upper back. Open your mouth, let it all out. Taking another big breath just like that. And release it. Closing your eyes if it feels good, or finding a point in the ceiling or the sky that won't take your attention away. As your body slowly cools down and melts into your mat. Trusting that your mat is going to uphold you. You no longer have to control any of your muscles. You just got to be motionless, thoughtless, and just without a care in the world. Feeling a sense of relaxation just washing over your body, from your head down to your toes, until you feel good in every kind of way. Begin to deepen your breath as you awaken fingers and toes, adding movement to the wrists and ankles. Bringing the legs closer together, the arms up above the head for a big morning stretch, no matter what time of day it is. And exhale, knees into chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze, reaching your forehead towards your knees. Just one big tight hug. Slowly pressing yourself up to seated, keeping your eyes closed. Taking any comfortable seated position that feels good to you. Hands to the center of your chest as you bow your head down with gratitude for your amazing practice. Taking this time to scan the body once more from head down to toes, just noticing any difference. Maybe there's none, and that's okay too. Acknowledging your intention and being grateful to it as it motivated you throughout class. Next breath, I invite you to close the class with a loving Om. Deep breath in. Namaste, yoga. Thank you, yogis. Hope you join me next time. I'll see you guys soon.